Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about leadership. Not the glamorous spotlight version of leadership we often hear about, but the hard, gritty reality of it, the part that pushes us to our limits, challenges our beliefs, and demands everything we have. When we think about leadership, we often picture power, influence, and authority. But true leadership isn't about having a title or being in charge. It's about being in service to others. And let me tell you, that's where the difficulty comes in. Because leadership, real leadership, is hard. It's hard because it requires us to constantly give, even when we feel like we have nothing left. It's hard because it demands we stay true to our values, even when the easier path is to compromise. It's hard because leadership is lonely at times. You'll find yourself standing on the edge of uncertainty where no one can tell you what to do next, and you still have to make a decision. Leadership is hard because it asks us to do the inner work. It's not just about leading others, it's about leading yourself first. That means facing your fears, confronting your doubts, and rising above your insecurities. That's no easy task. It's uncomfortable, it's vulnerable, and often it's painful. Leadership is often misunderstood. Many people think of it as having authority, being in charge, or holding a prestigious title. In reality, leadership goes far beyond the surface level of power or control. At its core, leadership is about serving others. It's not about commanding respect or influencing decisions for personal gain. It's about using your influence to uplift others, empower them, and make a difference in their lives. Leadership is not about telling people what to do, but about guiding them, supporting them, and helping them to reach their full potential. The idea of leadership as service can feel counterintuitive, especially in a world where we often see leaders portrayed as dominant figures who control outcomes. But true leadership flips that script. It's about being a servant first, recognizing that your role as a leader is to serve the people around you. This doesn't mean you abandon authority or vision. Instead, it means you lead with empathy, compassion, and an understanding that the needs of others come before your own desires for recognition or success. A servant leader is one who listens deeply. They don't just hear the words of the people they lead, they truly listen to the needs, concerns, and aspirations of those individuals. They are attuned to what their team is feeling, thinking, and experiencing. This form of listening allows them to respond not from a place of ego, but from a place of genuine care and commitment to helping others succeed. Leadership in this sense becomes a collaborative effort where the leader is not standing above the people but walking alongside them, ensuring that their voices are heard, valued, and acted upon. When leadership is viewed as service, it changes the dynamic between a leader and their followers. Instead of people feeling like they are simply executing the orders of a superior, they feel like they are working in partnership with someone who truly has their best interests at heart. This creates a culture of trust, mutual respect, and loyalty. People are far more likely to go above and beyond when they feel like their leader is invested in their growth, their well-being, and their success. Leadership, when rooted in service, has a ripple effect. People are more engaged, motivated, and inspired because they know their leader genuinely cares about them. The servant leadership mindset also extends to how decisions are made. Leaders who serve don't make decisions in isolation or based solely on what will advance their own careers or reputations. They consider how their choices will affect the people they lead, and they prioritize the greater good over individual gain. This doesn't mean leaders avoid making tough decisions or sacrifices. In fact, servant leaders often face more difficult choices because they must weigh the impact on others more heavily. But it also means that when decisions are made, they are more thoughtful, inclusive, and considerate of the larger picture. In organizations where leadership is based on service, there is a stronger sense of community. People feel more connected to each other because their leader fosters a culture of support rather than competition. Instead of seeing their colleagues as rivals, individuals see them as part of a collective, where everyone is working toward a common goal. The leader sets the tone by modeling behavior that prioritizes collaboration over individual achievement. This creates an environment where people feel safe to contribute their ideas, take risks, and grow without fear of judgment or failure. Serving others as a leader also means recognizing the importance of development and mentorship. A leader who serves is not content with simply guiding people from a distance. They actively invest time and energy into helping those they lead grow both personally and professionally. They understand that part of their responsibility is to nurture the talents and abilities of others, to coach them, and to provide opportunities for learning and advancement. This kind of leadership creates a legacy, as the individuals who are mentored often go on to become servant leaders themselves, perpetuating a cycle of empowerment and support. Leaders who serve are also humble. They understand that leadership is not about them, but about the people they lead. They don't seek out leadership positions for the accolades or the perks that come with the role. Instead, they step into leadership because they have a passion for making a positive impact. This humility allows them to lead with authenticity and transparency. They are not afraid to admit when they don't have all the answers or when they've made a mistake. In fact, servant leaders embrace vulnerability because they know that honesty builds trust and fosters deeper connections with the people they serve. Another key aspect of leadership as service is the ability to empower others. A true leader doesn't hoard power or try to control every aspect of what happens. Instead, they delegate responsibility and trust others to take ownership of their roles. Empowering others is one of the most powerful forms of service because it shows people that their leader believes in their abilities. When individuals feel empowered, they are more likely to step up, take initiative, and feel a sense of pride in their work. Servant leaders understand that their role is not to be the sole source of ideas or innovation, but to create the conditions in which others can thrive. Serving others as a leader also means leading by example. People watch what leaders do far more than they listen to what they say. A leader who talks about service but doesn't embody it in their actions will quickly lose credibility. Servant leaders understand that they must model the behavior they want to see in others. This means showing up with integrity, treating everyone with respect, and putting the needs of others first in both big and small ways. When leaders consistently act in service to others, they inspire those around them to do the same, creating a culture where service becomes the norm, not the exception. At times, leading through service can be challenging. It requires patience, empathy, and a willingness to put others before yourself. There will be moments when the burden of leadership feels heavy because you're carrying not just your own responsibilities, but also the needs and expectations of those you lead. But despite the challenges, servant leadership is incredibly rewarding. There is a deep sense of fulfillment that comes from knowing that you are making a difference in the lives of others, from seeing the people you lead grow, succeed, and reach their potential. Leadership is often seen as something that's focused on results, metrics, and achievements, but when leadership is viewed as service, the focus shifts to people. It's not that results and success don't matter, they absolutely do. But the path to achieving those results looks different. Instead of driving people to meet goals through authority and pressure, servant leaders inspire and motivate people by caring for them, understanding them, and helping them see how their contributions matter. When people feel valued, they naturally want to do their best, and the results often exceed expectations. In the end, leadership is not about how many people serve you, but about how many people you serve. A leader's true power comes not from their title or position, but from their ability to make a positive difference in the lives of others. Leadership, when done well, is an act of service. It's about showing up for people day in and day out with a heart full of empathy and a commitment to helping them become the best version of themselves. And that is the real essence of leadership, serving others, so that together you can achieve greatness. True leadership is not just about leading others, it starts with leading yourself. This is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Before you can effectively guide, inspire, or influence others, you must first be able to lead yourself with clarity, purpose, and integrity. This inner work, the process of leading yourself, is often overlooked but is absolutely essential to being an effective leader. It requires self-awareness, discipline, and a commitment to personal growth. It is the cornerstone of leadership, and without it, leading others becomes a hollow exercise. Leading yourself means having a deep understanding of who you are, your values, your strengths, your weaknesses, and your purpose. Self-awareness is the first step in this journey because it allows you to operate from a place of authenticity. When you know who you are and what you stand for, you can lead others with confidence and conviction. But self-awareness is not just about recognizing your positive traits, it also means confronting the parts of yourself that may need improvement. It means being honest about your fears, insecurities, and blind spots and having the courage to address them. Self-leadership requires discipline. It's easy to lead when things are going well, but true leadership is tested in moments of adversity, when the path forward is unclear, and when challenges seem insurmountable. In these moments, the ability to lead yourself becomes crucial. Discipline means staying focused on your goals, even when distractions or setbacks arise. It means showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it. This kind of discipline is not just about external actions, it's also about mental discipline, training your mind to stay positive, resilient, and determined in the face of challenges. Part of leading yourself is developing emotional intelligence. This means being able to regulate your emotions, especially in difficult situations. Emotional intelligence allows you to respond to challenges with calmness and clarity, rather than reacting out of anger, fear, or frustration. It enables you to maintain control over your emotional state, which in turn helps you make better decisions. As a leader, your emotional state has a direct impact on the people you lead. If you're constantly reacting emotionally to every challenge, you create an unstable environment for those around you. But when you can lead yourself with emotional intelligence, you set a tone of stability, which builds trust and confidence in others. Self-leadership also involves having a clear vision and purpose. Before you can lead others, you need to know where you're going. This requires introspection and clarity about your goals and values. A leader without a vision is like a ship without a rudder. It may move, but it has no direction. Leading yourself means taking the time to define what success looks like for you, both personally and professionally. It means understanding what drives you, what you're passionate about, and how you want to make an impact in the world. When you have a clear vision, you can inspire others to follow you because they can see that you're moving with intention and purpose. Another critical aspect of self-leadership is accountability. Great leaders hold themselves accountable before they hold others accountable. This means taking responsibility for your actions, decisions, and mistakes. It's easy to blame others when things go wrong, but true leaders look inward first. They ask themselves what they could have done differently and how they can improve. This kind of accountability builds credibility because it shows that you are willing to own up to your mistakes and learn from them. It means seeking out feedback from others, learning from your experiences, and constantly refining your skills. This growth mindset is essential for effective leadership because it ensures that you are always evolving and adapting to new challenges and opportunities. Resilience is another key component of self-leadership. Life and leadership will inevitably bring setbacks, failures, and disappointments. How you respond to these challenges defines your ability to lead yourself. Resilience is about bouncing back from adversity, staying focused on your goals despite obstacles, and maintaining a positive outlook even in the face of difficulties. Leaders who have developed resilience through self-leadership are better equipped to handle the pressures and demands of leading others. They don't give up when things get tough. Instead, they persevere, learn from their failures, and come back stronger. A major part of leading yourself is also about managing your time and energy effectively. Leadership can be demanding, and without proper time management, it's easy to become overwhelmed. Self-leadership means prioritizing your time in a way that aligns with your goals and values. It's about setting boundaries, saying no when necessary, and focusing on the tasks that will have the most impact. Time management is not just about getting things done, it's about ensuring that the things you're doing are meaningful and aligned with your purpose. Leaders who lead themselves well understand the importance of managing both their time and their energy, ensuring that they are operating at their best when it matters most. In addition to time management, self-leadership also involves managing your mindset. The way you think has a direct impact on your ability to lead yourself and others. Leading yourself means cultivating a positive, growth-oriented mindset. It means being aware of your self-talk and ensuring that it's constructive rather than self-defeating. Leaders who lead themselves well are able to reframe challenges as opportunities, maintain optimism in the face of adversity, and stay focused on solutions rather than problems. This mindset not only helps you stay motivated, but it also inspires confidence in those you lead. Part of leading yourself also means being adaptable. The world is constantly changing, and leaders must be able to pivot and adjust to new circumstances. Self-leadership involves being flexible and open to change, even when it's uncomfortable. It means being willing to step out of your comfort zone and try new things. This adaptability is essential for staying relevant and effective as a leader. The most successful leaders are those who can embrace change, learn from it, and use it as an opportunity to grow. Leading yourself means constantly assessing the environment around you, adjusting your approach when necessary, and staying open to new ideas and perspectives. Integrity is a cornerstone of self-leadership. Leading yourself means staying true to your values, even when it's difficult. It means making decisions that align with your principles, even when there's pressure to compromise. Leaders who lead themselves with integrity earn the respect and trust of others because they are consistent and reliable. They don't waver in their commitment to doing what's right, even when no one is watching. This kind of integrity sets the foundation for effective leadership because it creates a culture of trust and respect. People are more likely to follow a leader who consistently demonstrates integrity in their actions. Ultimately, leading yourself is about taking responsibility for your own growth and development. It's about being proactive in your own life rather than waiting for others to lead you. Self-leadership means setting your own goals, defining your own success, and taking ownership of your journey. It's about recognizing that you are the only person who can truly lead you, and that leadership starts from within. Leaders who are able to lead themselves effectively are more confident, more resilient, and more capable of leading others. They inspire those around them not by words alone, but by the example they set through their own actions. In the end, the ability to lead yourself is what makes it possible to lead others. It's the inner work that lays the foundation for external leadership. Leading yourself is about having the discipline to stay focused, the self-awareness to know your strengths and weaknesses, and the emotional intelligence to navigate challenges with grace. It's about being accountable, resilient, and committed to continuous growth. When you can lead yourself effectively, you are better equipped to lead others with authenticity, empathy, and purpose. Mistakes are inevitable in leadership. No matter how skilled or experienced a leader may be, there will always be moments when decisions go wrong, plans fall apart, or unexpected challenges arise. The mark of a great leader, however, is not found in their ability to avoid mistakes, but in how they respond to them. Mistakes, when viewed through the right lens, are opportunities for growth, learning, and improvement. The best leaders understand that mistakes are part of the journey, and that what truly matters is not the mistake itself, but the lessons learned from it and the steps taken to correct the course. In leadership, mistakes come in many forms. They can be errors in judgment, miscommunications, or even failures in execution. Sometimes mistakes happen because leaders take risks, and not every risk pays off. At other times, mistakes occur because of unforeseen circumstances or incomplete information. Whatever the cause, leaders must confront the reality that mistakes will happen. What separates good leaders from great ones is the ability to own those mistakes, reflect on them, and use them as a catalyst for growth. A leader who refuses to acknowledge their mistakes misses a crucial opportunity for self-improvement and for building trust with their team. One of the first steps in learning from mistakes is accountability. Leaders must be willing to take full responsibility for their actions, even when those actions lead to negative outcomes. This requires a level of humility and honesty that can be difficult to maintain, especially in high-pressure environments where admitting fault might feel like a sign of weakness. However, the opposite is true. Taking responsibility for mistakes demonstrates strength and integrity. It shows that the leader is more concerned with doing what's right than with protecting their ego. Leaders who are transparent about their mistakes create a culture of trust and openness where team members feel safe to admit their own missteps and learn from them. Owning a mistake also involves a thorough examination of what went wrong. Leaders must be willing to ask difficult questions and seek out feedback from others. This process is not about assigning blame, but about understanding the root cause of the mistake. Was the issue due to a lack of communication? Were there gaps in knowledge or information that led to the wrong decision? Did the leader fail to anticipate certain challenges or risks? By critically analyzing the situation, leaders can identify the factors that contributed to the mistake and make adjustments moving forward. This kind of reflection is essential for growth because it prevents the same mistakes from being repeated. Mistakes are also valuable because they provide an opportunity for leaders to model resilience and adaptability. When a leader makes a mistake, they have a choice. They can either dwell on the failure or they can learn from it and move forward. Leaders who embrace mistakes as learning opportunities demonstrate to their teams that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone to success. This mindset encourages innovation and risk-taking because team members know that mistakes will be treated as part of the learning process rather than as catastrophic failures. When leaders show that they can bounce back from mistakes with determination and focus, they inspire their teams to do the same. An important aspect of learning from mistakes is the ability to communicate openly about them. Leaders who try to hide their mistakes or downplay their significance lose credibility with their teams. On the other hand, leaders who are open about what went wrong, what they learned, and how they plan to address the issue gain respect and trust. This kind of transparency fosters a culture of continuous improvement where everyone on the team feels empowered to speak up, share their own experiences, and contribute to the learning process. Communication is key in turning mistakes into teachable moments, and leaders who prioritize honest dialogue create an environment where growth is possible for everyone. Another benefit of learning from mistakes is that it helps leaders develop empathy. When a leader experiences failure, they gain a deeper understanding of what it feels like to struggle, to make the wrong choice, and to face the consequences. This empathy is invaluable when leading a team because it allows the leader to connect with their team members on a more personal level. Leaders who have learned from their own mistakes are more likely to be compassionate and supportive when their team members face similar challenges. They understand that growth often comes from failure, and that offering guidance and encouragement in those moments is far more productive than criticism or punishment. Mistakes also provide an opportunity for leaders to refine their decision-making processes. When a mistake occurs, it is often because there was a flaw in how the decision was made. Leaders who are committed to learning from their mistakes will take the time to review their decision-making frameworks and identify areas for improvement. This might involve gathering more information before making a decision, seeking input from a wider range of perspectives, or being more thoughtful about weighing the risks and benefits. By fine-tuning their decision-making process, leaders can make more informed and strategic choices in the future, reducing the likelihood of similar mistakes. In addition to improving decision-making, mistakes help leaders develop resilience. Resilience is the ability to recover quickly from setbacks, and it is a critical trait for effective leadership. Leaders who learn from their mistakes build resilience by developing the mindset that failure is not permanent and that challenges can be overcome. This resilience is not only important for the leader, but also for the team. When leaders model resilience, they create a culture where people feel empowered to take risks, knowing that even if they fail, they will have the support and guidance they need to try again. This kind of environment fosters creativity, innovation, and a willingness to push boundaries. Leaders who embrace mistakes as part of the learning process also demonstrate a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that abilities and intelligence can be developed through hard work, learning, and perseverance. Leaders with a growth mindset see mistakes as opportunities to improve rather than as evidence of inadequacy. This perspective is crucial for long-term success because it encourages continuous learning and adaptability. Leaders who are committed to personal growth are better equipped to handle the complexities and uncertainties of leadership, and they are more likely to inspire their teams to adopt a similar mindset. Furthermore, mistakes provide valuable lessons in humility. No matter how experienced or successful a leader may be, mistakes remind them that they are not infallible. This humility is important because it keeps leaders grounded and prevents them from becoming overconfident or complacent. Leaders who remain humble in the face of mistakes are more likely to seek input from others, ask for help when needed, and remain open to feedback. This kind of humility is essential for building strong, collaborative teams where everyone feels valued and heard. It also helps leaders stay focused on the bigger picture rather than getting caught up in their own ego or desire for control. Another important lesson that comes from learning from mistakes is the ability to recognize patterns. When leaders take the time to reflect on their mistakes and analyze them in depth, they often begin to see patterns in their behavior, decision-making, or leadership style that may be contributing to the mistakes. Recognizing these patterns is the first step in breaking them. By identifying recurring issues, leaders can take proactive steps to address the underlying causes and prevent future mistakes. This kind of self-awareness and intentionality is crucial for long-term leadership success because it allows leaders to continuously refine their approach and improve their effectiveness over time. Mistakes are also a reminder that leadership is a journey, not a destination. There is no such thing as a perfect leader, and the process of becoming a great leader is one of constant growth, learning, and adaptation. Mistakes are a natural part of this journey, and leaders who embrace them as learning opportunities are better equipped to navigate the challenges and complexities of leadership. They understand that each mistake brings them one step closer to becoming the leader they aspire to be, and they approach each setback with a mindset of curiosity, resilience, and determination. Another important lesson that comes from learning from mistakes is the ability to recognize patterns. When leaders take the time to reflect on their mistakes and analyze them in depth, they often begin to see patterns in their behavior, decision-making, or leadership style that may be contributing to the mistakes. Recognizing these patterns is the first step in breaking them. By identifying recurring issues, leaders can take proactive steps to address the underlying causes and prevent future mistakes. This kind of self-awareness and intentionality is crucial for long-term leadership success because it allows leaders to continuously refine their approach and improve their effectiveness over time. Mistakes are also a reminder that leadership is a journey, not a destination. There is no such thing as a perfect leader, and the process of becoming a great leader is one of constant growth, learning, and adaptation. Mistakes are a natural part of this journey, and leaders who embrace them as learning opportunities are better equipped to navigate the challenges and complexities of leadership. They understand that each mistake brings them one step closer to becoming the leader they aspire to be, and they approach each setback with a mindset of curiosity, resilience, and determination. Leadership is not about standing at the top and dictating commands. It's about creating an environment where others feel empowered to lead. A true leader doesn't seek control or power for its own sake, but instead fosters a culture where everyone feels capable of contributing their unique strengths and ideas. Leadership is fundamentally about service, about lifting others up and helping them recognize their own potential. The goal of leadership is not to create followers, but to cultivate other leaders, people who are confident, competent, and empowered to take initiative and drive positive change. Empowering others begins with trust. A leader who trusts their team allows them the freedom to take ownership of their tasks and responsibilities. This trust is not blind, it's built on mutual respect and understanding. Leaders who empower others recognize that each person on their team has valuable insights, talents, and perspectives that can contribute to the overall success of the group. By trusting their team members, leaders create a sense of autonomy that motivates people to perform at their best. When people feel trusted, they are more likely to take risks, offer creative solutions, and push the boundaries of what's possible. Trusting others also means letting go of micromanagement. Leaders who micromanage stifle creativity and independence. They send the message that they don't believe in their team's ability to get the job done without constant supervision. This can create a culture of dependency where people are afraid to make decisions or take initiative because they're waiting for the leader's approval. On the other hand, leaders who step back and allow their team members to work independently foster a culture of ownership. When people feel responsible for their own work, they take greater pride in it and are more likely to go above and beyond in their efforts. Empowerment also involves providing people with the tools, resources, and support they need to succeed. It's not enough to simply delegate tasks and expect results. Leaders who empower others ensure that their team members have everything they need to do their best work. This might include access to training, mentorship, or the opportunity to develop new skills. It could also mean creating a work environment where people feel safe to express their ideas and take risks without fear of failure. Empowerment is about equipping people with the confidence and the capacity to lead in their own right. Effective leaders also understand that empowerment involves active listening. Leaders who empower others listen to their team members' concerns, ideas, and feedback. They create spaces where people feel heard and valued, where their input is considered and acted upon. Active listening is a key component of empowerment because it shows that the leader respects and values the perspectives of others. When people feel that their voices matter, they are more likely to engage fully with their work and contribute their best ideas. Leaders who listen well create a culture of collaboration, where everyone feels that they have a stake in the success of the group. Empowerment is also about fostering a sense of purpose within the team. Leaders who empower others help them see the bigger picture and understand how their work contributes to a larger goal. When people understand the purpose behind what they're doing, they are more motivated and engaged. Empowered individuals are not just focused on completing tasks, they are driven by a sense of mission and are more likely to take initiative, solve problems, and come up with innovative solutions. Leaders who communicate a clear vision and align their team's work with that vision help create a sense of meaning and purpose that drives performance. A crucial aspect of empowering others is giving them the space to make mistakes and learn from them. Leaders who empower their team understand that growth often comes through trial and error. They create an environment where people feel comfortable taking risks, knowing that mistakes are part of the learning process. When people are allowed to fail without fear of harsh judgment or repercussions, they become more willing to take on challenges and experiment with new ideas. This kind of environment fosters innovation because people aren't afraid to think outside the box or challenge the status quo. Leaders who empower others create a culture where mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth rather than as reasons for punishment. Leaders who empower others also recognize the importance of giving credit where it's due. They celebrate their team's successes and give recognition to those who contribute to the group's achievements. Empowered people feel appreciated and valued, and this drives them to continue performing at a high level. Leaders who take all the credit for their team's work demoralize their team members and create resentment. On the other hand, leaders who share the spotlight and acknowledge the contributions of others build loyalty and trust. Empowerment is about creating an environment where everyone feels that their efforts are recognized and appreciated. Empowerment is not just about individual growth, it's also about fostering collaboration. Leaders who empower others create a culture of teamwork where people feel that they are part of something larger than themselves. They encourage their team members to work together, share ideas, and support each other in achieving common goals. Collaboration thrives in environments where people feel empowered because they are more willing to share their knowledge and expertise. Leaders who foster collaboration create a sense of community within their team, where everyone feels that they are working towards a shared purpose. Part of empowering others is helping them develop the skills and confidence they need to lead in their own right. Leaders who empower others are committed to developing the next generation of leaders. They invest in their team's personal and professional growth, offering opportunities for learning, mentorship, and leadership development. This might involve providing team members with stretch assignments that challenge them to grow or giving them the chance to lead projects or initiatives. Their empowerment is about helping people realize their potential and preparing them to take on greater responsibilities in the future. Empowering others also means creating a culture of accountability. Leaders who empower their team members hold them accountable for their actions and results. This accountability is not about blame or punishment, but about encouraging people to take ownership of their work and be responsible for their outcomes. When people are empowered, they feel a sense of pride in their work and are more likely to hold themselves accountable. Leaders who create a culture of accountability build trust within their team because everyone knows that they are working towards the same goals and that their contributions matter. Leaders who empower others also understand the importance of emotional intelligence. Empowering others requires empathy, the ability to understand and connect with people on an emotional level. Leaders who empower their team members recognize that people are motivated by more than just external rewards. They are also motivated by a sense of belonging, purpose, and fulfillment. Emotional intelligence allows leaders to tap into these deeper motivations and create an environment where people feel supported and valued. Empowerment is about more than just delegating tasks. It's about understanding what drives people and creating a culture that nurtures their growth and well-being. Empowering others is also about creating a culture of continuous learning. Leaders who empower their team encourage them to seek out new knowledge, take on new challenges, and push the boundaries of what they think is possible. They create an environment where learning is valued and mistakes are seen as opportunities for growth. This culture of continuous learning drives innovation because people feel empowered to experiment, try new things, and explore new ideas. Leaders who foster a learning culture help their team members stay curious, adaptable, and open to new possibilities. Another key element of empowerment is fostering diversity and inclusion. Leaders who empower others recognize that diversity of thought, background, and experience leads to better decision-making and innovation. They create an environment where everyone's voice is heard and valued, regardless of their position or background. Empowerment is about creating a culture where people feel that their unique perspectives are appreciated and that they can contribute meaningfully to the group's success. Leaders who embrace diversity and inclusion create a culture where everyone feels empowered to bring their full selves to work, which leads to better outcomes for the entire team. Leaders who empower others also understand the importance of resilience. They encourage their team members to be resilient in the face of challenges, setbacks, and failures. Empowerment is about giving people the tools and support they need to bounce back from adversity and continue moving forward. Resilient teams are more adaptable, innovative, and capable of handling change because they feel empowered to take risks and learn from their experiences. Leaders who foster resilience create a culture where challenges are seen as opportunities for growth and where people feel supported in their efforts to overcome obstacles and achieve their goals. Leadership is a continuous journey, not a one-time achievement. It is not something that you simply arrive at and stay there instead. It requires constant growth, adaptation, and self-reflection. The best leaders are those who understand that they are never finished learning and evolving. Every day brings new challenges, new lessons, and new opportunities for development. Leadership is dynamic and fluid, requiring a mindset that embraces change and seeks out growth. Leaders who remain committed to their personal and professional development are the ones who stay relevant and effective in an ever-changing world. One of the most important aspects of viewing leadership as a journey is the recognition that it is a process of continual self-discovery. Great leaders are constantly looking inward, examining their strengths, weaknesses, motivations, and values. They are willing to ask themselves tough questions and confront uncomfortable truths. Self-awareness is key to leadership because it allows leaders to understand how they affect others, how they respond to challenges, and how they can improve. Leaders who lack self-awareness are at risk of making decisions that are driven by ego, fear, or insecurity rather than what is best for their team or organization. By embracing leadership as a journey, leaders commit to ongoing self-reflection and growth, ensuring that they are always working to become the best version of themselves. Leaders who see leadership as a journey also understand the importance of adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and the challenges that leaders face are never static. Whether it's shifts in the market, technological advancements, or societal changes, leaders must be able to pivot and adjust their strategies to stay effective. This requires a mindset that is open to new ideas, willing to take risks, and not afraid to change course when necessary. Leaders who are rigid in their thinking or stuck in their ways will quickly become outdated and ineffective. On the other hand, leaders who are adaptable are able to navigate uncertainty and lead their teams through periods of change with confidence and resilience. Adaptability also means being open to feedback and learning from others. Leaders who view leadership as a journey understand that they don't have all the answers, and they are willing to seek out the perspectives and insights of those around them. They actively listen to their team members, mentors, and peers, using feedback as a tool for growth. This openness to learning from others is a hallmark of great leadership because it allows leaders to continually expand their knowledge and improve their approach. Leaders who are open to feedback create a culture of collaboration and innovation, where everyone feels empowered to contribute their ideas and solutions. Another critical aspect of seeing leadership as a journey is the willingness to take risks and embrace failure. Leaders who are on a journey of growth know that failure is an inevitable part of the process. They understand that not every decision will be the right one, and not every plan will succeed. However, they also know that failure provides valuable lessons that are essential for growth. Leaders who are afraid of failure will avoid taking risks, which can stifle innovation and prevent progress. On the other hand, leaders who embrace failure as a learning opportunity are able to take bold actions, knowing that even if they don't succeed, they will learn something valuable that will help them grow. Resilience is another key trait for leaders who see leadership as a journey. The path of leadership is not always smooth, and there will be obstacles, setbacks, and challenges along the way. Leaders must have the resilience to push through difficult times and maintain their focus on the long-term goal. Resilient leaders don't give up when things get tough. Instead, they use adversity as an opportunity to grow stronger and more capable. They view challenges as temporary roadblocks, not insurmountable barriers, and they have the determination to keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the journey may become. Leaders who embrace the journey also understand that leadership is about service. They recognize that their role is not to seek personal glory or power, but to serve others and help them achieve their potential. This mindset of servant leadership is essential for long-term success because it shifts the focus from the leader to the team. Leaders who are committed to serving their team are more likely to build trust, loyalty, and engagement. When team members feel that their leader is genuinely invested in their success, they are more motivated to perform at their best. Servant leaders are also more likely to foster a positive work environment where people feel valued, supported, and empowered to contribute their best work. Continuous learning is another hallmark of leaders who see leadership as a journey. These leaders are lifelong learners, always seeking out new knowledge, skills, and experiences to enhance their leadership capabilities. They read books, attend workshops, seek mentorship, and stay informed about the latest trends and developments in their field. Continuous learning is essential because it keeps leaders sharp, informed, and adaptable. The world is constantly evolving, and leaders who are committed to learning are better equipped to navigate the complexities of their roles and lead their teams to success. Leaders who stop learning risk becoming stagnant, which can lead to poor decision-making and ineffective leadership. Emotional intelligence is also a critical component of leadership as a journey. Leaders who are emotionally intelligent are aware of their own emotions and how those emotions impact their behavior and decision-making. They are also attuned to the emotions of others, allowing them to build strong, empathetic relationships with their team members. Emotional intelligence is crucial for effective leadership because it helps leaders navigate the interpersonal dynamics of their team, resolve conflicts, and build trust. Leaders who lack emotional intelligence may struggle to connect with their team members, leading to disengagement, misunderstandings, and a lack of collaboration. By developing emotional intelligence, leaders can improve their ability to lead with empathy, understanding, and compassion. Humility is another important trait for leaders who view leadership as a journey. Humble leaders recognize that they are not the center of attention and that their success is not solely the result of their own efforts. They give credit to their team members and acknowledge the contributions of others. Humble leaders are also willing to admit when they are wrong and take responsibility for their mistakes. This humility fosters a culture of transparency and trust, where people feel comfortable speaking up, offering feedback, and sharing ideas. Leaders who lack humility may come across as arrogant or disconnected from their team, which can lead to resentment and disengagement. Leaders who view leadership as a journey also prioritize balance. They understand that leadership is demanding, and the pressures of the role can easily lead to burnout if not managed properly. These leaders prioritize their own well-being, ensuring that they take time to rest, recharge, and maintain a healthy work-life balance. By taking care of themselves, they are better able to lead with clarity, focus, and energy. Leaders who neglect their own well-being may become overwhelmed, stressed, and ineffective, which can negatively impact their team. Balance is essential for long-term success because it allows leaders to sustain their efforts and continue growing without sacrificing their health or well-being. Leaders who embrace the journey also understand that leadership is a collective effort. They recognize that they are only as strong as their team, and they invest in building strong, cohesive teams that work together towards a common goal. These leaders prioritize collaboration, communication, and trust building within their teams, ensuring that everyone is aligned and working towards the same objectives. By fostering a sense of unity and shared purpose, leaders can create a high-performing team that is capable of achieving great things together. Leaders who see leadership as a solo endeavor may struggle to build strong teams, leading to fragmentation, misalignment, and inefficiency. Patience is another critical quality for leaders on the journey. Leadership development takes time, and there will be moments of frustration, setbacks, and slow progress. Leaders who are impatient may rush decisions, overlook important details, or become discouraged when things don't go according to plan. However, leaders who embrace the journey understand that progress is often incremental and that success is built on a series of small, consistent steps. They remain patient, trusting that their efforts will eventually lead to the desired outcome. This patience allows them to stay focused and resilient, even in the face of challenges. Finally, leaders who view leadership as a journey are committed to leaving a legacy. They recognize that their impact as a leader extends beyond their immediate actions and decisions. They strive to create a lasting, positive influence on their team, their organization, and the broader community. Leaders who are focused on their legacy are more likely to prioritize long-term thinking, sustainability, and the well-being of future generations. They are driven by a desire to make a difference, not just for themselves, but for others. This commitment to legacy ensures that their leadership journey is not just about personal success, but about creating a meaningful, lasting impact on the world around them.